Hello and welcome to part 1 of starting your own Zoo Tycoon Zoo. I am Diane from Magic Pixel. I'm very excited to get you started. If you have any questions or would like me to add any specific animals to the zoo, please leave a comment below. Alrighty, so let's get started. This is how Zoo Tycoon looks when you open it for the first time. And you have different options like play tutorial and scenario game or play freeform, or you can load the saved game. We're going to play freeform game. Okay, and then you can see over here it gives you the option of difficulty being intermediate and a starting cash of 75,000. We're going to put this up by clicking these arrows because we wanted to have a lot of money and starting capital. Okay, so there we go. We're going to start at 500,000. And there's different options here. You can see the map list. There's dinosaur digs. Here's a picture of it, and they even give you a small description of the map. You get Marine Mania, which also looks pretty cool. The Jungle Lagoon, and it tells you here if it's a small, large, or medium in brackets at the end of it. We are going to go for the large valley. It's a large map and it looks pretty cool. Okay, so let's play. I'm going to go over a few of the things, but before I do, I'm going to show you what this actual area looks like. Over here you have your parking, you have some nice trees there. If you hover over the trees, it tells you what it is. To move around, you just move the hand to the corner of the screen and push, and it kind of moves it around for you. Okay, so here's the starting. There's the entrance and the admission booths. And here where the wall is on the inside is your actual zoo. And if you see here, you can zoom in and out of your map. So we're going to zoom out so we get a better view. Here we go. It's quite a big area. Here's some hills. There's a nice rock and some trees. A bit of a river running through it. Here we go. It's very hilly over here. So if you have animals that like hills, that's pretty cool. And yeah, it's a very big area to work with. We might not even use the whole area. Okay, so to start, I'm going to just go over a few of the things. Like here in construction, you have your fences. As you can see, if you click these different icons here, you go through the different things. The fences, it kind of, if you hover over it, it gives you an idea of what you can do with it. So that is for a show tank for your swimming animals like your whale or your dolphin or whatever. This is for your dinosaurs. My preference for all your other general animals is an iron bar fence. It's more difficult. They cannot climb or jump over it, and the guests can actually see into the exhibit quite easily. But as you go down, you get the decorative fencing, which also looks quite nice. It's mostly for landscaping though, not for animals. So please do not think it's going to keep your animal inside. Okay, and then here you have your paths. You have different pathways that you can use for the guests to walk along. Your foliage is your different trees. You can put these in all your exhibits. Different animals like different trees. Like here, you see it's a white background. That's Arctic. This is rainforest. This dark green. Here you have your forest animals. Here it's your deciduous forest animals. There's your savanna. Here's water, your aquatic guys. Over here is for guests, but then you get a few different ones, so you can go over them and pretty much get a feel for that. Rocks, it's the same. You can go over the different rocks, you can look through them. There's some really cool rocks there. Terrain type. This is the kind of terrain your animal likes. Say they're a savanna animal, you're going to have to make sure they have savanna grass. Sometimes they need fresh water or salt water or snow. You can get all that from here. And your terrain height, I'll just quickly show you what this does. If you click this one, you can go up and down and basically go crazy. So you can see it makes some serious hills right there. And we're just going to undo that. You see this red undo icon, you just click that, it's the arrow. Here, if you want to make something a little bit different, you can go there and do that. This is to level hills and valleys. So let's go to where the valley was. It's quite far away. Here we go. You can level this out completely. And then it's very flat terrain here. Okay, we're going to undo that quickly. And here you can level cliffs and moats. So there we go. It's not as nice, it doesn't do as clean, but there we go. You can use that as well. Then over here you can adopt the animals. You have your different animals. You have your Savannah African guys over there. Here you have your sloths, your moose. You have a couple of dinosaurs as well. Grizzlies. You have Bigfoot if you want to have Bigfoot in your zoo. Asian elephant. And you have your saber-toothed cat. That's part of the Ice Age guys. You can even get a reindeer, a yeti, polar bear, and it comes down to your woolly rhinoceros, your hammerhead whale shark. So here's a few of your different ones. And this orca is a show animal, so you can actually make money off their performances. That's really awesome if you want to do that. Over here you have your animal shelters, your Ice Age cave, your concrete shelter. Depending on the kind of animal, depends on the shelter they will need. There's also some toys, like your chimps have chimp bars, you have your orangutan jungle gym, sunken log for marine animals, and your lion rock. Then you have show objects. This is for your marine animals that are for show, like your orcas or your whales or your sharks. There's an orca ball, and this is an advanced trick area. Over here you have your buildings. You can choose here whether you only want to see Zoo Tycoon, Dinosaur Digs, or Marine Mania. We're going to keep it to all so that we can see everything. It just makes it a lot easier. That's for your show grandstands. There's restrooms, there's little bouncy rides for the kids. So you can kind of go through here and check it out. They have restaurants, nacho stand, and then over here is your zoo scenery. You're going to need a few trash cans around and some benches, that sort of thing, to make sure that your guests have somewhere to rest. There's a few other items just to make the zoo nice. There's picnic areas. If you scroll down here, there's quite a few different options. You get your fountains, wishing fountain, observation area, your rainforest pond, Japanese koi pond. This you can go over and see what you like. Then over here you can hire your staff. You'll need a zookeeper for all the Zoo Tycoon animals, a scientist for your dinosaurs, a marine specialist for all your marine animals. You can hire tour guides to give guests information as they lead them to the exhibits. You'll need maintenance to empty the rubbish, to make sure that the fences and the tanks are maintained, and you have a dinosaur recovery team so that if your dinosaur escapes, you have a team to go and capture them. Okay, so that's those items over there. Here you can clear and remove items, like let's say down here you have a tree and you do not want this tree here. So you click the tree and it removes it. We can undo that if we don't want to remove it. Messages, it gives you information on what's going on in your zoo. If your animals are sick, if guests are unhappy, you can come here and check that out. It does pop up though. Research and conservation, this is quite important to make sure you get more animal shelters. You're educating your staff, animal care, conservation, you want more endangered animals. animal houses, the foliage, that sort of thing. So these you do want to actually do. Add daily funding by clicking the plus and the minus. Here are your options, so you can access the options for the game here, like sound and video, what kind of window mode you want to be in, how you want the blending of the terrain. You can access the tooltip options. Here you can do the video quality, sound quality, and mouse mode. And then there's a bit about it. You can find out about the babies, the building list, kind of goes over a few of the items there. So that's your help menu. Here you can rotate your map so that you can see it from different angles, which will come in very handy later on. Like here you want to see your zoo from a different angle, you want to see the animals, all that sort of thing is there. Here you can hide buildings, so you'll click that and it hides all the buildings. Here to hide your guests, and there to hide foliage. You'll find that comes in quite handy later on as well. You can pause the game, say you want to take a break, you want to get something to eat or drink, you just pause. I'm going to unpause for now. Here's the date, it's Monday, February. It's the first year, it's the 19th of February. We're going to actually pause the game for now. This is the available cash you have. Here is your zoo status. You can actually change the name of your zoo here, so let's actually do that right now. We're going to change the name to Magic Pixel Zoo. Whoops, just check your spelling there. If you're like me, you do some bad spelling. Here you can change the admission price. We're going to leave it at $22 to start with. You can increase your zoo marketing. Your minimum is 200, normal 500, and max is 1,000. Normally on max it doesn't go very well, so I would rather stick to your normal 500. Here you will see your income and expenses. As you can see, we weren't running for January because I was going over everything. So everything is zero. We didn't spend money and we didn't make money. You will see your admission incomes, how many people have actually come into the zoo, private donations. Sometimes people make donations to the zoo, concessions. This is your restaurants and your drink stands, that sort of thing. Your show income will be if you have any dolphins or that sort of thing. Recycling benefit, I'll show you a bit later. Here's all your expenses, you can look through that. Your zoo crafts, it kind of tells you your zoo rating over time. Ours hasn't gone up and it hasn't gone down because we haven't had any guests in yet. Zoo awards, you can win awards for your exhibits, for your animal care, that sort of thing. Here, your buildings, it'll show you your buildings, how long they've been going and how many visitors, your profit, your average profit. If you're making a profit, it'll tell you. If you're not, it'll tell you. And this will be a list of your research and conservation, so you can go over what research and conservation you have done. Then over here is your animal list. That will tell you all your animals. They'll show in this list over here if they're angry, if they're hungry, if they need a medic because they're sick, if the exhibit is not compatible with them, and if any of them have escaped. Here you'll see your guest list. It'll tell you how many guests are currently in your zoo, if they're angry, if they're hungry, thirsty, they need a restroom, or if they are just tired and there's nowhere for them to sit. So you need to make sure that you have somewhere for them to sit. Then over here you have your exhibit and show list. This shows your exhibits and all that sort of thing. So here's to modify show tanks. This is your exhibit status. It gives you kind of information, your upkeep costs, and if there's staff assigned to it. This is your donations. It lists the exhibit's popularity, donations this month and last month, and your total donations. This is the animals in the exhibit. It lists the animals that are in the exhibit. Here is thoughts about the exhibit, lists what guests are thinking about the exhibit. Like if your animals are unhappy and they're really angry, the guest will be complaining about that. If they're happy, the guest will say that the animals look happy. Over here you have your staff list. This is all the staff. Here it'll show you how many zookeepers, scientists, marine specialists, and your maintenance workers, as well as your DRT choppers, that's if you have dinosaurs, and your tour guides. Here you can show the assigned ones, and there you can show unassigned staff members. So you can actually go through and you can see all your staff there. Okay, so we're going to show you how to save the game. You click on options, or you can click escape on your keyboard. Save game. You can type in your zoo's name, like Magic Pixel. You're going to save the zoo as Magic Pixel, and you click save, and your game is saved. So thank you for joining me, and if you have any special requests on animals, just let me know. Thank you very much. Bye.